Good afternoon. I join you from the metropoli of St. Ives. Not that one. And it's never dull these days, not in council world. As you'll see from the title, which I haven't quite decided the exact wording of yet, but it will include the name, Mr. Ian Sims is back. Now, this is a man who, and this is vis-a-vis my council tax, despite the fact Newlyn have the account. This is vis-a-vis my council tax because, of course, he works for HDC. Thought he'd gone, actually, and for good reason, and I'll tell you for why. This is the man that I proved to be a liar. And I have written documentation to back this up because I have a letter from him stating that the last time I didn't pay my council tax, which was the whole how far will they go saga, so eventually I paid it. The last time I didn't pay my council tax, he said the bailiffs had been called off because I threatened them. Now, we later found out, catch my breath, we later found out that the bailiffs had, of course, been called off, and this came from their own evidence when I went to court against them last year. The bailiffs had been called off because they had broken the law. So Ian Sims, and I'll show you, there's a lot been said recently about signatures, and also that's for good reason. Because I'll show you this man's signature, Ian Sims. Now, the whole point about a signature is you're supposed to know who signed it. Granted, he goes further than most and actually types his name underneath. But here's a signature for you. Can you see that? It's like two octopuses shagging, isn't it? And how you get Ian Sims out of that? No idea. So that's what I call questionable for a start. Okay, the signature is there. His name is there, but really, it really should be legible, shouldn't it? Because let's face it, anyone could have signed that. And it does look as though it's scanned on as well, which I think is also illegal, to be honest. Not illegal to scan on the signature, but if you want the letter to be legally binding. So, I have a letter. Sorry. I have a letter. As I say, it's about council tax, of course, even though Newlyn have got the account. So this is just harassment, basically, because the two of them are getting on to me at once, you know. I understand that you called Newlyn PLC on Saturday, 30th January. See a phone call to Newlyn bailiffs on the channel. And in view of your comments to their call agent, although why they've been passed to him, I don't know. I take this opportunity to explain the facts of the situation so that you can make an informed decision. You notice he's trying to put it onto me now. There, see that? So you could make an informed decision. See how the wording works, trying to shove it in my direction. Firstly, HDC has not to date forbidden you from contacting them at any time, and indeed have only encouraged you to make payment for your council tax debt to avoid further enforcement action, including statutory costs. Well, I did have one letter saying, have you forgotten to pay your council tax? I think before the summons arrived, that was about it. Your confusion seems to stem from a letter from Cambridgeshire County Council dated 13th October 2015. Have I got the right one? Oh, yes, I have. After hearing the council's... Oh, sorry. I skipped a paragraph, have I? Yes. And I'm sorry you did not understand that the district and county councils are two entirely separate legal entities. Okay. As you were aware, the Magistrates' Court summons dated 7th December provided you with more than sufficient notice if you wish to contest the Council's application for a liability order at the hearing of... Well, the liability order, which I still haven't seen. In accordance with Regulation 34, blah, 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 blah. Newland plc is the council's appointed enforcement agents. We're instructed to collect the debt in accordance with taking control of the goods. Newland have written to you advising you specifically about the procedure and costs imposed by those regulations and encouraging... Oh, God, this is boring. Oh, the compliance stage. Yes, we must comply. Big smile. Big smile. You must comply. Big smile. You must comply. I trust that I have been able to assist you to overcome your initial district-county confusion and provided you with confirmation of the current legal position, which now, turn the page, allows you to make the decision to avoid further enforcement action. What, by a bailiff's firm who hangs up on people? While the statutory procedure for enforcement agents has changed since 2012, yes, I did see something about a new law coming in 2000. I can't remember what it is now. The court processes for taxpayers who are willfully refusing to pay their council tax. Well, I'm not. I'm banned from contacting council now. As not, and if you do not cooperate with Newland plc, they have no option but to return the necessary certificate to enable the council to instigate a committal hearing in the magistrate's court. You will be familiar with this procedure from when you were found guilty on 13th November 2012 and sentenced to 45 days imprisonment. Which I never did, because at the time I always said I was going to pay, but I didn't listen to a bloody word you say. And despite the fact they've stolen 30 years worth of taxpayers' cash, they don't care. So that was... I had thought that I'd said something else when I first read it, but this was the bit I was trying to make. Well, other than the fact that Ian Sims is a liar. Your confusion seems to stem from a letter from Cambridgeshire County Council, dated 13th of October 2000. Now, we've done this letter before, and I have it here. And what Emma Murden actually says is... You will be asked to leave any council office you visit. Have I got a pen? Why haven't I got a pen? You will be asked to leave any council office you visit. Doesn't say county, doesn't say district. Doesn't say parish or town. It says any. So eat that, Ian Sims. As I say, anyway, it's all quite good, isn't it? So, I wanted to get this point clear as well, actually. I'd been meaning to mention this. You don't pay your council tax, so they issue a summons to court. Either, for whatever reason, you carry on not paying, you don't turn up in court, whatever. So they get private bailiffs in. If private bailiffs can't collect the debt, they return the matter to court and you then get arrested. So, try and follow me on this one, because I'm a bit confused myself. If the bailiffs are involved and it's a civil debt, why are the police involved? And if they can actually arrest you for it and send you away, legally, as they say, why do the bailiffs get involved at all? Figure that one out. Anyway, I shall be composing a reply to Mr. Sims tomorrow. Well, I might do it tonight, actually. There's an email address there. Not to him personally, but... asking him why he's a liar and why he's still got a job. Thanks for watching.